should we wait for 1 minute or should I start?
Doctor, we shall wait for a few minutes.
Okay, no issue. Yes, participants, we will start this webinar in a very short time. I request all of you to mute your mic and turn off your video camera so we can have a very enriching experience. Our today's guest is with us. He has joined, and in a very short time, we are going to start this webinar series on techno tools for research. So within a 1 or 2 minutes, we are going to start. Please cooperate with us and let us wait for other participants to join as far as possible. Yes, dear participants, we are going to start in a very short time this webinar. I think still the many participants are joining, and we are getting very good response from all over India, and most of the students are scholars, those who are pursuing their research or those who want to do research in future. So we have numbers of good participants in this webinars, and I give you guarantee that this webinar will be very useful to all of you in your all the activities related to research. Our esteemed guest, Dr. Deepak Masru, has already joined, and within a very short time, we will start this session. I request all of you to mute your mic and turn off your videos. So this webinar and discussions and all the informations which we are getting from the speakers, we will none of us can be disturbed from this. So within a short time, within 1 minute, we are going to start this webinar. Thank you so much.
Dr. Shabir Parmar, you are requested we can start the session. Participants are being
Yes.
allowed by the admin, so we can
Okay.
initiate the webinar.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Arjun. So, dear participants, I, Dr. Shabir Parmar, welcome all of you in this webinar series. And today we are initiating our first talk, that is on techno tools for research. We are getting, as I told you, a very good response from all over India and young researchers, and there are many good scholars. They have shown their interest to take participation in this particular webinar series. Friends, our esteemed today's our speaker is our Dr. Deepak Masru, who is a very language technologist and from the Marwadi University, and the guest has already joined. So within a very short time, just let me give you a brief introduction of IAAR, that is International Associations of Academics and Researchers. So within this note, let me just give you a brief introduction, and then we will invite our today's speaker, that is Dr. Deepak Masru. Friends, as all of you know that this webinar series is a free of cost, and the special feature of this webinar series is it is a for only one-time registrations. You don't need to do the multiple registrations. Once you registered, then you are allowed in the next other series. This particular webinar series cover all major topics of research, and two more sessions are in pipeline. So in a very short or future, in near future, we are going to organize another two more sessions on this particular webinar series. All the participants will be given certificates. So this is very interactive and special features of this particular webinar series. IAAR, that is International Associations of Academics and Researchers, is intended to be a community platform for educators and researchers for academic research and self-development support in terms of research guidance, funding guidance, and publication support in multidisciplinary domains. It will play a bridge to connect researchers and take their respective research worldwide. We extend the innovation to senior professors. We extend our invitation to senior professor and young researchers to help the new generation community members in terms of guidance and time for the benefit of the fraternity. This endeavors, friends, will serve as the ecosystem to strengthen academics and research. So this is the vision of IAAR is to strive hard to be at the vanguard in teachers development, multidisciplinary research, academia industry collaborations, publication activities, and build a community of researchers to support each other beyond the geographical, linguistics, and disciplinary boundaries. The mission of IAR is to build and sustain a global community of teachers and researchers across the nation, irrespective of their disciplines, to promote quality research and professional development activities. It also to support the new generation researchers and academicians to learn from the wide experience of experienced professions. So this is a vision, mission, and short introduction of IAAR. Friends, we are trying to collect all the researchers in a one single platform, irrespective of their geographical or linguistics boundaries, and we can collaboratively have a very nice platform in future also. Friends, these are the glance of few activities that IAR is having and decided to organize at certain levels, like teachers development program, academia and industrial collaborations, to cooperate for books drafting and publications. It is also a very important task. Again, collaborate for paper drafting and publications, a series of webinars on research, and today, is all of you know, that this is the first talk on techno tools for research. We are also targeting to organize research conferences, summit, award ceremonies, and we will also provide research guidance support for funding and research different innovative research projects. It will also help us to organize activities like authors individual indexing support in Google Scholars and other platforms. So this is what all about IAAR. I wish that all of you will enjoy this webinar, and it is on the research. Our guest, Dr. Deepak Masru, sir, has already joined. Welcome, sir. Deepak,
Okay.
sir, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so let me begin by giving, because Dr. Deepak Masru need not having any introduction, but let me just highlight his profile and we introduce him. Dr. Deepak Masru is a seasoned speaker, well-known educationalist and language technologist who is associated with Marwadi University, that is in Gujarat, Rajkot, Gujarat. He holds several degrees like MCom, MA in English, MJMC, B.Ed, PGDCA, and PhD in the field of ELT. I would also like to highlight Sir's excellent academic career, because Sir is recipient of Pedagogical Innovation Award by GTU, that is Gujarat Technical University. Sir is also having Guinness World Record holder, and Google Crowdsource Influencer. Sir is also member of Google Educators Group, that is from Ahmedabad and Pune. He has earned experience of more than 2 decades, friends, in academic and teaching a wide range of courses and programs at UG, PG, and PhD levels. Sir is better known for his innovation in teaching through technology. So this is what Sir's profile. I have just highlighted few things. So we are all benefited to learn from this, our esteemed speaker, Dr. Deepak Masru, sir. I take this opportunity to welcome again all the participants and to invite sir to deliver his talk on techno tools for research. Yes, sir, please come and just let me just give you the sharing ideas. Please, sir. Welcome, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Parmar. And I'm very much thankful to IAAR initiative by Vedant. I'm especially thankful to Dr. Dave and CS Rajjoni sir for giving me an opportunity. And I could find that in the last couple of years, they have come up with a few e-conferences in the pandemic when people were talking about, what can be done. People were worried about their health issues and all. At that time, these two guys were worried about what can be done for the fraternity and what can be done for education, especially in the field of academia. And they could come out with a few concepts of e-conferences, and they did it successfully. So I congratulate the entire Vedant team for that. And this is a very novel initiative by Vedant team. This is something which is the leader of an hour. People are looking for certain ways where they can find out different opportunities in the field of research. Research is something that can be done collaboratively. It's not something that can be done alone. Fine. And this is the platform. I'm sure that when we have started this, when we have begin this is going to be a very worthy platform for all the rising stars and all the seasoned players, those who are there, because they will find good people to guide. And the people who are rising stars in the field of research, they will find a good mentors. I tell you that before I begin my session, I'd like to tell you that no techno tool, no research tool is effective unless and until you have one guide or mentor with you who can hold your hand and take you to the next level in with reference to the research. So for research, you need one person of your field. That person can be your supervisor, that person can be your guide, can be your senior colleague, it can be your friend of the same field, it can be a professional field, but there must be somebody whom you need as a person, right, whom you can rely on to verify, to confirm your ideas, right? This is something which I like to share. when I talk about research, I would like to remember that I am a student of Dr. Ami Upadhyay. She's a Vice Chancellor of Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University. I carried out my research, PhD doctoral research under her supervision, and I would like to remember and give my regards to all my teachers, right, who have given me an opportunity to grow in such a way, and they have hold my hand, and we could, when I could do something, I could share something which I have, in whatever level I have, I can share. So with this regards, I would like to start now. The way this entire talk series says that it's interactive talk series. This is not a classroom. This is not a typical classroom.
Hello,
Yeah.
sir. Sorry to interrupt you. Are you sharing your screen, sir?
No, I'm not started.
Okay.
Right?
It's fine. Okay, sir.
Okay,
sir. Please continue.
fine. So yeah, this is not a typical classroom where a teacher can go within the four walls and whatever they do, it's a secret profession. This is something this pandemic has brought to us, that we can touch upon the millions of lives with one thing, right, with one platform. And this is the platform this Vedant Parivar has launched, and they are going for. So what I've done is I have converted this webinar, what Dr. Parmar said, right, into a kind of interactive session, right? So wherever you feel that, right, that you want to raise a question, you can type the question. Dr. Parmar will note down that question, and during this Q&A, last 10-15 minutes, I'll try to address each and every questions of yours. If I could not do that, I will definitely address it, right, separately, one-to-one. That's my promise to you, right? Okay, so I'll share my screen and we'll start today's session, right? Okay. Fine. So I guess the screen is visible to everybody, right?
Yes, sir. Fine.
Okay, great. Fine. Okay. So today's title is Techno Tools for Research. Fine. Okay, let's go for it. So as I'm a teacher, I believe that a teacher should know about times and everything. So I have thought of these 5 things to share with you people. The first one, concept of research, because many people are there, lots of people in the academia, they don't know the exact meaning of research. What do you mean by research, right? There are different ways of carrying out research, right? One is research, and when the other thing is what people do it, right, in the name of research. So we need to understand the concept of research. I'll take only 60 seconds to explain that thing, and we'll go for it. Then techno tools that see, a good teacher is the teacher who knows the audience. Fine. So I don't want to tell you what I know. I want to tell you what you want to learn, what you want to know, right? For that, I'm going to have one beautiful exercise for 10 minutes or less than 10 minutes time, where I'll ask you, right? We'll make this interactive. I like to introduce one tool, right, which you can utilize from next day, that is tomorrow onwards, in your online sessions, right? So that is the motive of doing that activity, and I want to know that what exactly you are looking for, and what I want to cater to you people. Do we have that matching? Are we there at one level or not? We'll talk about that thing, right? In the name of did you know, I'm going to tell you few things. See, I'm not going to talk about innovation. I'm not going to talk about creativity, right? Creativity is not about finding a new object or new tool. Creativity is about finding the new vision of utilizing the same thing that you have. I'm not going to tell you to download anything, right? That you download this software, this is a free software or paid software. No, whatever you use in routine life, that can help you like anything for your research, right? I'm going to talk about that. Then fourth section will be question answer. Whatever questions you have, you can raise the queries, questions. I'll try to respond to all the questions. And then in last 10 minutes time, we'll talk about your take home, right? Because when a teacher is there, so there must be session objective and session outcomes. So whatever we aimed that we want to learn this from this session, at the end of the session there should be outcomes that okay, I learned this is something that is my take home. Fine, we'll talk about these things. Fine. Okay, so if you look at this, the first slide that I told you that I'll complete it within the 10 seconds or 60 seconds, right? This is a very common definition that I have taken from Wikipedia for your reference, right? If you look at what research says, that Research is a process of steps used to collect and analyze information to increase our understanding of a topic or issue. Right? If you look at that, there are certain words which I have made bold. There are certain words which are underlined. So it's a kind of process, number one. Right? There are multiple steps used. Right? When I was looking at the chats, I could find that one gentleman, asked that I want to learn how to write research papers. So there are ways of writing. So what are the steps? Right? This checkbox, that is very important. Right? See, I tell you that when you have tick mark system, when you know the list, right, everything is there. In that case, there are list possibilities of getting things, going things wrong, right? So here we'll understand, we'll talk about steps. Now thing is that there are data to be collected, there is data to be analyzed. There are two things: how to collect data and how to analyze information. These are the two things I'm going to highlight. These are the two things I'm going to talk about most today in today's session. That what are the different ways of collecting data and what are the ways of analyzing data, right, or information. Now in doing so, right, we can find out this 3 steps. Pose a question. So what is the question? Right, research question is a big thing. I tell you that first 6 months when anybody starts talking about research, what is the research? What is the research area you want to go for? That is a very important thing, right? Is it something that you want to do for funding? For example, some people ask question that, can we know about the funding agencies, right? So funding agencies, they have the criteria, broader criteria, that if you are doing research under this umbrella, we'll be able to raise the fund for you, right? So here we need to find out that question. What is the question about it? So we need to pose a question. Then we need to collect data. Fine. How we can collect data is very easy, right? We file the questionnaire, we find out the primary sources, we go for the secondary sources, right? So there are different ways. So I consider that the people who have joined today, they know ABC of research. They are not something, because when I looked at the database, see, when the teacher does homework, it helps. So I looked at all the registration. I could find that there are people who have done masters, the people who are undergoing the PhD, the people who have completed their PhD, right? So there are people who know about research, certain things about research. So there is nothing like I need to talk about research, right? So I can skip that portion considering that you know about it. Last and important thing is presenting data, right? Your presentation is very important. And I tell you that with the lots of people, it's a question that presentation becomes present tension. Presentation becomes present tension when you fail to rehearse, when you fail to prepare the data, plan your things with lack of time, or when it is not done properly, right? So these are the 3 things that I like to talk about: collecting data, analyzing data. These 2 broader ideas I'm going to talk about, and under that, how to pose a question, that is how to go for a question, right? How to collect data and how to present data. These are the things that we will talk about, right? Okay. Now, I would like to invite you people to this Padlet, right? What I'll do is I'm going to share one link to everybody here in the chat box. Fine, to everyone. So I want everyone to be there. Just everyone click on this link. I request everyone to click on this link, right? We'll be able to reach to a place. I request everyone. This is a Padlet.
It is not working, sir.
Okay. What you need to do is you need to click on this. Just a minute. I'll share the screen so that I can help you out.
It's working.
Yeah.
It's working.
It's working. You need to click on one plus sign, which is there on the right bottom. Which is there on the right bottom side. Fine. You click on the plus link and you will be able to create your own Padlet. You need to click here like this. Exactly. Fine. Great. Great. So what you need to do is you need to write down at least 3 techno tools that you know. 3 techno tools that you know. Here you need to write down your name also. So first line you write down your name and then you write down 3 tools. Fine. We'll take it for 4 minutes, not more than that. Within 4 minutes we'll wind it up. I want to know about you people that what kind of tools you know. Fine. Somebody's written like IEEE, Science Direct, Elsevier, right? Google Scholar, SPSS. Okay. So I can consider SPSS as a tool, definitely. These are all websites, different types of websites. Okay. Anjali is writing something. Good. So 4 minutes for you people, and you are requested to write down at least 3 tools that you know. Okay. Khushbu Jaishwal has mentioned JSTOR, Google Scholar, Internet Archive. Very good. Parul madam has mentioned about SPSS and Excel. Very good. Okay, Miss Devarshi has mentioned Jotaro, Mandely, JSTOR. Excellent. Gaurang Patel has mentioned about yeah, EdNote. Good. Okay. Kamal Khar, Google Scholar, Excel, Zotero. Fine. Grammarly, somebody mentioned JSTOR, TED-Ed. Very good. And not Google Scholar is there. Okay. Questionnaire. Okay. SPSS survey questionnaire. This is Manoj Kumar has mentioned. Very good. SOFA Statistic and MS Excel. Okay. Great one. Okay. My respected sir, Dr. Vaja, sir. Dr. Idris Vaja from MBM Arts College. He has mentioned in the chat box. Case studies, checklist, interviews, observations, and surveys. Very good. Thank you, sir. Darshna Upadhyay ma'am has mentioned about statistics in ML Excel. Piyusha or Pius, I don't know, but there must be a typo. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, great. Kalpesh Gandhi has mentioned about, okay, the way you people are interactive. I'm very happy, and I must acknowledge to the Vedant family and IAR family that the people who are registered and joined today, they're very active in a way. Great, great. Okay, fine. Nirali has mentioned SPSS Excel. Okay, great. Okay, I'm not able to read because it's increasing like lightning speed. Great. Okay. Ground Theory, experiments, FGD. Okay, Google Form, Google Meet. Yeah, it is there. Okay, hypothesis. Okay. Okay. Fine. 1 minute to go. Please add your responses. Parametrics, statistics. Okay, great. Kamal Karji has mentioned Google Scholar, Excel, and Jotaro. Okay, so Jotaro is something that everybody uses, everybody knows, so I'll not go for it. Okay, this is something that, you know, that gives you an idea. Mendeley is a very common tool nowadays for referencing and citation, so people can use that. Great, great. Educational Information System, EIS. Okay, that's another one. Okay, Dimple ma'am has mentioned about the Manjuli, Scholar, Grammarly. Okay, good. Fine. Okay, great. Somebody has anonymously mentioned qualitative research methods. Okay, fine. Google Meet.
Sorry, sir, I am unable to do anything. The plus sign is not coming in my mobile.
Okay. Can you do one thing, ma'am? Can you please copy that file, copy that link, and go to Google Chrome, paste there. If you can do that, it will happen. And if it is not happening, don't get panic. You can write down in chat box. I can read chat box also. For me, your inputs are very important rather than the medium that you use, right? Okay, testing hypothesis. For that, SPSS is used. Great. Okay, fine. So what shall we do is, I'll stop this for a while. Right, we'll come back to that plus sign visible but can't type, no problem. Jayashree ma'am, you can write down here, fine, in the chat box itself. I'll read it out for you. Okay, Forum Upadhyay has mentioned MS Excel, Google Meet. Anonymous mentioned about focus group discussion. Okay, fine, that's good. Mandali Zotero, that Sujata ma'am says. Okay, Bina Nair ma'am says about MS Excel. Great. Okay, word wall quizzes, Kahoot. Yeah, definitely Kahoot is used for quizzes and all. Research methodology is the base of, it's a spine for research, right? If you don't know about it, then nothing can be done for that, right? Okay, great. Grammarly and Mendeley, definitely it's a blessing in disguise for the people who are scholars, research scholars. Okay, so what I'll do is from here, you can share, and here, if you wish, you can stop using the, okay, Rahul mentioned Grammarly, EPG Pathsala, Swayam Prabha. Yeah, definitely we can, South Ganga is another one that we can utilize. Okay, so I'll stop sharing this, right? So I could find that, people are very active, right? It's very impressive, right? I wish that, every class, every person has such kind of, people, right? Okay, now there are 3 people who have raised hands. And if you would like to say something, you can, share your views. Manish Kumar, Samira Sultan, and Geeta Satwara, they've raised their hands. So if you have something to mention, you can mention about. Okay, no problem. Okay, fine. So let's go for the next phase. Okay, fine. So I'll again come back to my presentation. Fine. Okay, so this Padlet is something that you can utilize for your class. And if you want to know about audience, if you know about class, there are lots of ideas, lots of activities and usages of this that you can utilize, right? Okay, now let's go for next slide. That I based on your inputs, what I want to talk about is this, right? Okay, Manish Kumar, thank you. Okay, so this is something I wanted to ask you, that do you know this? You can receive each and every information related to your research area every day by doing nothing. How can you do that? How can we do this? See, literature review is very important. If you're doing research in isolation, I tell you, you are under the biggest threat. Why? Because you don't know that the person who is sitting next to you would be doing the same kind of thing. And if he submits the thing or she submits the thing before you, your work goes to vain, right? So in research, you need to know that what other people are doing, because research says that you do something new, right? Or you update somebody's research that has been done. So you extend it. So how can you do that when you know about it? For that, there's a beautiful word called literature review. I tell you that each and every research supervisor will definitely focus more on literature review. If you look at the quality research papers, you will find that there are more references. Fine. Why? Because if you don't know the source, if you don't cite it, what will happen? That whatever you are doing, the same thing is done by somebody else in the other corner of the world, right? Now there is a repetition of work, there is a duplication of work, there is a waste of energy, right? Waste of money, waste of time. So how can we do that? How can we know that what other people are doing? Now, what is the way with which we can know that this is the latest update in my research, right? So is there anybody who has an idea? If you can write down in the chat box, you can unmute your mic and speak. There's no problem. It's an interactive session.
Sorry, sir. Pardon. Can you repeat your question, please?
Yeah, if you want to know that, if you want to know about literature review, the latest updates about your research area, how can you find it? What is the way to look at it? Okay, Dimple has mentioned by subscribing to various websites in the field, which we get, okay, get idea from Sodh Gangotri websites. Okay, through ResearchGate, great. Okay, Infobinet that goes to Sodh Ganga, it's okay, Google Scholar, okay, fine. Now, my question, the other part of this is, by doing nothing, it should come to every day. For example, when you start your PhD, I'm focusing on the students of PhD. When you're starting your PhD, right, what will happen that you will start writing your PhD thesis somewhere after 1.5 years. Somewhere, no, 1.5 years of your journey, right? Now, by the time, lots of things would have happened that you don't know. Fine. So what can be done? So for doing nothing, if you want, what can be done? Yes, Rahul Verma, it's a good thing that you can have look for various websites, journals, papers, etc. But I'm going to give you the key. One click and job is done. Let me tell you, right? The answer is Google Alerts. The answer is Google Alerts. Fine. How come? I tell you. Google Alerts is something that can help you, right, to find out. But here, my suggestion is, this is my tip, that how can we do that? Let's go for it. So practically, I'll try to show you. Fine. Okay. Now I'll take you to Google Scholar, right? Just a minute. Give me a minute, and here we go. Yeah. If you type google.com/alerts, if you click here, google.com/alerts, right? You need to log in here and you type whatever comes to your mind related to your area of research. Fine. For example, I want to know about machine learning. So it will ask me, this is alert previews, right? Now, when I go for options, when I click on the options, it will say how often. As it happens, once a day, once a week. I'll click as it happens. Sources, automatic, news, blogs, web, video, book, discussion, finance, all list is bigger. Fine, automatic. Language, English, region, whatever region you select, any region, how many, only the best results, all results. Deliver to your email ID. Create alert, it is done. You can edit this, you can update this. Fine. So what will happen that, whatever happens related to machine learning across the world, fine, you will be able to find the link of that. So down the line in the future, when you will start writing about your ideas, right, about your research paper, this will help you as a literature review. Because sometimes it happens that the people will ask you about questions that what is the latest advantage, latest things, right? So here you can take them. Fine. Okay. So this is something, Google Scholar, that can help you. Fine. Okay. Let's come back to the point again with the presentation. What is that important thing, that tip I like to tell you, right? For Google Alerts, you can create a separate email ID. Those who are pursuing their PhD, right? Those who are pursuing their PhD, please create your email ID adding prefix doctor. For example, my name is Dr. Deepak Mashru. So I created, when I started doing my PhD, Dr. Deepak Mashru @gmail.com. And I set the alerts there, right? So my regular email ID does not get overcrowded with this all alerts because I don't need in everyday life. Fine. So this is something that can help you. Fine. Google Alerts. Now, Google Calendar. See, we need constant motivation. We need a constant motivation to complete our work, right? It's a long journey. So here, Google Calendar can help you to set the reminders and constant motivation, right? This is something I've done. What I did was with my peers and my students, right? I started Google Alerts, right? So what happened every Sunday, Saturday, whatever time I have decided, they will receive an email, right? As terms of a reminder that you need to complete your task. So this is something you can do. How you can do that is, I'll show you practically by showing you, okay? So here you can create a calendar, right? Here from down the line here, you can create other calendar. There's a plus sign, you can create and you will find one research, right? You can name it. And here, see, what I did was here, complete your remaining research paper. You can type it. And over here, all day, does not repeat, daily, weekly on Sundays, monthly on 4th Sunday, custom. This is something you can do it. So you set the date. And what you can do is you can set this calendar with your research supervisor. If your research supervisor, share this calendar, ask your student to create a Google Calendar and set with you, right? So whatever reminder you want to set, you can set here, that will be sent to him or her. Getting? If you want to meet on Google Meet, right? If you want to set the meeting, you can find it over here. You can ask, you can request for the time. Google Calendar, through the Google Calendar, and you can set the timings. So this is something you can do it. For example, weekly on Sundays. Fine. Timing, this is the time. Complete your remaining research paper, save. It is saved now over here. Fine. So every Sunday, if I go to the next week, if I go for the month, right, I'll get it. See, you can look here. Every Sunday, it will tell me at whatever time I decide that you need to complete your work. Fine. This is another beautiful tool that you can utilize. And I can tell you that whatever dates, important dates, when you went for your first admission test, write down date there, right? What first RTR, when you paid the fees, whatever important dates are there, you can mark in the calendar. So that at the end of the day, when you complete your research work, this calendar, dates and everything that can help you to figure out all the important dates. Fine. This is something that can help you. So this was another tool that I wanted to share with you people. I hope that you people liked it. Okay. Now, next one is, you can create a new calendar and set the reminders even for yourselves. Fine. And if you are collaboratively writing paper with your colleagues, you can share the Google Calendar with your friends so that they can definitely help you, right? Okay. Now, next one is this is something when we talk about quantitative research, tables and charts, they create a lot of help, right? In terms of copying, pasting, and everything. Fine. So what to do for that? Now, thing is that here there are little changes in your writing, in your database. So what will happen that you need to go for copying data from Excel, pasting there, or sometimes it happens that you miss out, right? So here the best way is, I'm going to show you something. I created some work for you people, right? Okay, so I'll share this. Look at this. Details mark 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D, E. There are 5 students. Fine. Okay, so this is something that I want to add in my research. Fine. Now, what people do is they copy this. I did Control C. I'll go to, over here. I'll paste here. For example, I paste here. I paste here. It has been pasted, right? Now, later on, I could find that here the student has marked, instead of 34, that should be 38. That should be 38, right? A. Now it has been updated here because it is linked. Now problem is here it remains 34. Now the problem is if you do one thing, instead of using this, what you do is you copy this, Control C, go to Word file, paste, and here instead of simply pasting, go to paste special. Go to paste special, right? Instead of simple paste, you click on this radio button, paste link, and you go to Microsoft Excel. Fine, and click here. Same table, right? Same table is there, but here the thing is, if I make any changes in my master file, database file, for example, instead of 78, I like to go for 87. I go for 87. In my Word file, it is there 87. This 67 is 70 actually. Fine. What I'll do is I'll go here, I'll add here 70, and it will be 70. Likewise, this chart I copy, right, and paste here in my research paper. Now if I paste simple, it has been pasted as an object. I don't want to do that. What I'll do is I will go to paste, I'll go for paste special, I go for paste link, I'll click on Excel, Microsoft Excel object, and click. Right? So what will happen that now in Excel file over here, I want to make changes here, 34 to 50, 50, 50, and 50. That means D, if you look at this, all 50 are there. So the chart has been updated. Now look at this, the same thing is here. Getting? So here, this can help you, right? And it can also help you to get away from the danger of duplication of work, right? Once you did it, then whenever you update it, it will be updated. So no need for copying and pasting and remembering that what was the data earlier, later on, version. Generally what happens that final one, super final, extremely final, these are the names of files that we use, right? So that can be avoided by doing this, right? Okay, so next point. Other than that, now let's go for the next one. Fine. Okay. Now, next one is confused with lots of versions of the same file. Now, for example, I'm working on different files. I have got research chapter 1. I sent it to my supervisor, my friend. He or she updated and I got it. Now I've got 2 files. Which file is mine, which file is not there? So what are the updates which have been made? How can we come to know? Do you have any idea? Is there any idea about it? How can we do that? Google Docs. Okay. If I want to do with Microsoft Word, how can it be done? Right? Look at it. I change it. Now I create one file. I want to create 15 paragraphs, each of 10 lines. And it is done. Fine. Now I'll change the fonts. Go for 14. This is something, 6 pages is there. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll save as table and chart. I saved it, right? Now I save another file in the same folder.
Sir, you are requested to share the screen. It is not shared. Please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fine. Now can you see this?
Yes,
Yes,
it is
sir, now
visible
it is.
now.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
it is visible.
So this is something what I've done is, okay, let me go for it. Okay, so this is one content I could find. Fine. Okay, it's easy. Even if you want to do this, what you can do is, what I've done is equal to RAND, that goes to random, and into bracket 15 and 10, that is 15 paragraph, each of 10 lines. Click. I can find 15 paragraphs, each of 10 lines, right? I changed it to font, right? 14 or 12, I guess, right? 12. Now I saved it and I want to make changes. For example, this line I don't want, so I up and I clicked. Okay, then I don't want to go for this lines. I removed it. This one paragraph I cut from here and I paste it here. This is something done. Now problem is these two files I have, table and chart 1 and table and chart. How can we do that? So what we can do is we go to review. There's one column called compare. There's one column called compare. Okay, so what you need to click compare and compare both the files. So what I'll do is I'll go for comparing, right? So in compare, I have got one, my master file is table and chart. Second file is table and chart 1. I go for OK. Fine. Now it will show me. It will show me all the changes that have been done. When you click, fine, these are the points which have been corrected. See here you can find in the first revision, first column of revision, there are 19 revisions have been done in the Word file, right? And you will find when you click font 12, this paragraph has been deleted. That's why it's striken off. Fine. Here it shows in a larger font size so that you can find it out. So whatever changes you have made here or somebody has made for you, you can compare this to. Fine. So that can, yeah, you cannot see the change, but when you type it, when you do it along with your own files, you will be able to do it, right? Because there are fonts limitations we have, that's why. Okay, this is one point. Now if you want to go for other one, for example, if I go for don't save, I come to the main point, right? Now here I have option accept or reject, right? I'll go for it. Now what I'll do is I want to make changes. If you are making changes for somebody, what you can do is you can click that what are the changes you are making. So here insert, go to references. Fine. There are different ways with which you can go for it. Fine. So review. Here track changes, mark all up. Track changes, you go click over here. So if I want to click here, click insert. Do not click. Once you click here, right, when you are changing in the same file, if you want to avoid this, you can do in this way. When you click remove the word, it has been removed. If you go with this, even it can help you, fine, to find out. If you want to make changes to somebody's file, to highlight that buddy that these are the changes I have made it, and that person by clicking one accept, everything will be accepted. If you want to reject it, it can be rejected. Fine. This is another tool from the Word that can help you a lot. It is good for proofreading, definitely. So when you go for presenting your data, if you are completing your work, this will help you like anything. So when your guide, your supervisor, your mentor has suggested certain changes, you do like this. That person will come to know, okay, this has been changed, updated. That person won't require to go through the details, right? Comparing and all this. This can be done. Okay. Now, along with this, another thing that I want to share with you people is over here. If I go with okay, fine. Now next point is you people would be knowing about citation, that from Word we can do the citation. That is everybody knows, right? You need to go with insert citation, add new resource, find document website, and you can write down, for example, Dr. Deepak Mashru, title, ABC of ELT, journal name, right? Okay. Vidyayan International Journal 2021, pages 34 to 39. volume 2, issue 5, like this. Whatever I type here, it is done. Now it is in IEEE format. Now I go for MLA. Fine, it can be done in MLA form. Now, likewise, you do. That is very common. That is very common that everybody knows. Now, thing is that when you're doing your PhD over a period of time, right, it will happen once that your computer or laptop will crash once. And whatever citation you have done, right, when you are on the last words of completing your thesis, right, at that time you need to go for all citations. So what you can do is you can click on this manage sources. See, these are all my sources till date. Fine. Over here, you can click on this edit. You click on this edit. Fine, you will find. Now, what you need to do is, I want to take backup of all these files. I'll go for browse. Fine. I'll find one HTML file in KB. Sources. Right. I'll find this. What I'll do is, I'll copy that file and email to myself as sources. So whenever I format my computer and I need to restore all my references, right, with one click, you copy and overwrite this sources file, and your all resources have come back to the live, your Word file, right? This is something that is very informative that can help you, right? So you can get rid of entering all resources. Fine. Okay. Next one is, okay, right, this then you can have, okay, now as I mentioned that these are the certain things that I wanted to share with you people. Yeah, Nirali, what do you want to repeat? What do you want me to repeat? Okay, now whatever queries, questions you have, please let me know.
Yes, I request all participants, if you have any queries, questions, you can ask one by one.
Yes. Yeah, references. What you need to do is you go to references, go to browse, and you will find one HTML file called resource or source. Fine. You copy that file and email to yourself. So whenever you go to anybody's computer, fine, and you paste this file, replace this file, all your resources till now, whatever you have cited in any of the documents, that would be available there. So you can get rid of losing your references. This was the way, right?
Hello, sir.
Yep.
Sir, how to prepare a research paper?
See, it depends on the topic. It depends on the method you are using, right? As I told you, that research starts with your mentor. Research starts with your supervisor, right? Number one. Number two is, what you need to do is you need to find out that what is your research area, number one. Number two, you find out that whatever you want to do has been done by anybody else or not, by Google Scholar, by SourceGanga, by ResearchGate. These are the different areas, where platforms where you can find out research papers related to that one. Then you try to narrow down your research area. If nobody has done that, this is novel in terms of research, you can carry out. If somebody has done it, you refer to it, right, and you extend to the next level. Fine. This is the basic step that you can do. Fine. So once you come to the research problem, this is my research problem, and then you can go in detail about literature review by referring to the research papers, thesis, journals, right, and all those things, and from international to local level, keeping in mind all the keywords of your research title, your research problem, and you can go with the things, right?
Niteshji, we have planned one special session on how to write a research paper. In the same series, we are going to have the expert for the same topic. As Deepak sir has suggested, you try with the same thing. By the time we'll come up with the new session.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Yes, participants, you can ask questions. You can raise questions. You can ask one by one questions. Sir has very nicely gave us idea about how to use different techno tools for our research.
Sir, shall I ask question?
Yes, yes, please. Yes.
Sir, I just wanted to know how to find out the latest review of literature from uh, in like technologies.
Okay, the best way I told you that the umbrella that is Google Alerts. Fine, Google Scholar, ResearchGate. For technology, I must tell you that ResearchGate is the best tool, best platform. Right? You go to ResearchGate, enroll yourself, and when you type and enroll, register your research area, you will start getting the things over there. And research Google Alerts will also help you to find out the links and all details.
But sir, somehow Google alerts not show the like in I'm like discussing in like social science. So
Okay.
might be I just type to history, but he's not sure to latest review of literature. So what I can do?
See, review of literature means you need to find in a polished way. You will not find it. For that, you need to find out the research papers related to your area, right? So you find out that what are the 10 top journals of your research area, right? You follow those journals and you will get to know about all the details related to your research area. Number one. Number two, you will find from Google Alerts the links from where you can go for it, right? It will not directly serve. It's like a buffet. You need to, you will have lots of details. You need to pick and choose what you like. You can't take whatever it is there. Fine. You need to filter it wisely. And number two is as many as keywords you wish, you can go for it. For example, if you want to go for 10 different types of keywords, you can go for it, right? So you can narrow down the research area by narrow down your keyword, and from that range you will get to know.
Thank
Fine.
you. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Yes, participants, any other questions?
Hello.
Yes.
Sir. Sir, I have one question.
Yes,
In
yes.
Word file, Masru sir converted paragraph 15 paragraphs in 10 lines, I think, and he wrote something code at the end of the paragraphs. How did he wrote that code, and what was that?
Okay, that code was it's a keyword, right? So you can,
Okay.
what you can find is, for example, R is equal to, I type in the chat box for everybody.
Okay, sir.
So it is like is equal to RAND, that goes to random, into bracket the first letter, that is for paragraph, number of paragraphs, for example 5. Another one is for total number of sentences you want in paragraph, that is 2. If I type this in the Word file, I'll get 5 paragraphs, each of 2 lines. Likewise, you can go for it, right?
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, participants, we are still having time for having 1 or 2 questions. Other questions and other queries you can write to our WhatsApp number, or you can mail to us. If you have any doubts, queries related to these techno tools, you can ask still 1 or 2 questions. Yes, sir, we are getting a very good comments from the participants. It was really very informative and enlightening sessions, and most
Hello,
of our
sir.
doubts and queries. Yes, yes, please. Who is there?
Sir, I am Renuka Ganesh. Good evening, sir.
Good
Okay,
evening.
good evening. Yes.
Sir, I would like to ask that which referencing style is best, as there are many referencing styles are available. Then which referencing style is best for writing in research paper?
Okay, this is a tricky question. That referencing style goes with the area. Why we have different styles? For example, if you are with social sciences, if you are go for languages, we go for MLA. If you are from engineering background, you should go for IEEE. Fine. So that it depends. For example, there are people who go for APA style. Fine, in social sciences.
Yes.
For example, library that go for APA style. So it is the style that goes with the area, right? Area of your research. Fine, that should map with. You do not have that freedom of going for anything that you like. Fine.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I
Hello,
would like
participants.
to say hello.
Yes, yes.
Sir, I would like to say that any updates are there, please you can share with the groups.
Yes, participants, as we have already mentioned that this is the first initiation. We are having other programs, other webinar series on different topics on research writings. So please, all of you are requested to stay connected with us. If you have any doubts, if you have any query, you can write down to us. You can email to us. We will surely provide the best services, and whenever the guidance is possible, we will invite scholars and speakers. Yes, if there is any questions, any one of you can ask. Sir is there with us for a few minutes.
Yeah, if no questions, then what is take home? What was the thing that you liked? At least
Yes,
you can
sir.
mention about that so that we can conclude. So 2 or 3 people we can include. That what was the thing that was take home that you liked the most?
Good evening, sir.
Yes, Anjali, please.
Firstly, thank you so much for such a detailed presentation and knowledge about the research. It was really informative for a person like me. I'm a finance aspirant. So in whole presentation, if I talk about that one topic, then it was purely the MS Excel part, because dealing with data and the numbers is somewhat of my zone. So when you explained that how we can manage just a change in one digit, the whole slot is changed automatically. So that was really an helpful thing for me as a person. So thank you so much for that. And this tool will be surely be used in the near future.
My pleasure. Okay, anybody else?
Sir, I am Dr. Jayashree from Kerala, sir.
Yes, please, ma'am.
I like Google Calendar very much, sir.
Okay, thank you.
It reminds us.
Exactly, because it's a long time. PhD is a long journey, and there are lots of roadblocks. So that can keep on motivating you, inspiring you, giving you alerts that you need to complete this task.
Exactly, sir. I can complete my research within the limited time, sir. With that.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Excellent session.
Thank you.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes.
Okay, sir, this is my first that I have attended this International Association Academics and Researchers program, and it is too motivational for me. For this program, I have conducted, or I got many opportunities that I can do a research paper very neatly.
Right. Thank you, Nitesh. Thank you. And this is the only objective, solo objective of this association, because I know Dr. Arjun Dave, CS Raj, Sony, and all the team members very closely. We have worked very closely, hand in hand, neck in neck. So I understand that the way they think of research scholars, the way their vision is to help out people, right? It shows that is reflected, and that was the only reason when it was called by Dr. Arjun Dave, right? He's like a younger brother to me. He called me that you need to conduct the first session. I said no problem, I'll go for it, right? And he suggested, see, these people are the best people in selecting the people, right? Because he suggested that you speak on techno tools. I did not select the topic. He selected the topic and he gave me, and I did my homework and I came up with here, right? So this is the thing that works, that they understand what is the now, what is the requirement of the society, what is the need of the hour, and what can be catered to the people. So you can thank this association and the people of this association, right, for this.
Thank you.
Hello. Good evening.
All your kind words.
Yes, Komal.
Hello, good evening, sir. I have attended so many webinars like this since last year. It is not possible to see and meet the person face to face. So virtual webinars are recently in trend. But first time, I'm honestly telling you that I have seen this topic, that techno tools for research, which is quite helpful, and which is very, indeed a need. Currently, there are so many new researchers who are working on this topic or either writing their articles. So for me, it is one of the best topic till now I have attended. This is one of the best webinar I have attended till now. And there are so many researchers who don't know. They can write, they can work on it, but they don't know how to put it in practical thing, you know. So
Right,
you have
right.
done it thoroughly wonderful.
Right.
The way you were present on the screen and the way you were explaining word to word things, you were mentioning each and every point. You were underlining, you were doing that bold, you were deleting that, you were again adding that things. So those tools things were quite difficult for some of the students like me, but you have explained it wonderfully. So
Thank you.
I'm blessed and feeling kind of blessed to have and to attend this webinar. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Good evening, sir. This webinar is really good. I attended this webinar, and what the good part in this webinar is that we are doing two-way communication. That
Right.
if we have something in doubt, that at just the same time promptly you are solving our doubt, and really this is the really good way for this online. And you are giving such a good information. I just completed my PhD, and I really know that this type of tools are really important in the research work, because without helping this tool we cannot complete our PhD in such a good way. So
Right.
really thank you so much, sir, that students who are doing their PhD, who wants to do a PhD, this is the really helpful for them. And we also know some new features of the words and Google Docs. So thank you so much for this information.
Thank you. Please continue this legacy. Share with your friends and students. Right.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Right.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you so much for this very informative session. Only this morning I was very worried that everything is closed and it's actually not possible to know what work is going on, especially in literature, that we have no idea what is going on. And I'm very sure that this Google alert will help me a lot. So thank you so much for this.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Okay, sir. So I think shall we end this session?
Surely.
Okay, thank you so much, all the participants, for sharing your valuable feedback, comments on this webinar. As I know, this is the fruitful outcome of this very interesting session. And Dr. Deepak Masru sir, he has very nicely covered all the major topics related to the techno tools for research. It really inspired us. It also it will also help us to do our future research in a very nice way using the technology. So we are very much thankful to Dr. Deepak Masru sir for spending his valuable time and sharing his expertise with all the students, all the participants, and with all of us. I am thankful to Vedant Foundation for coming with a very a new kind of innovative chapter, that is IAAR, that is International Associations of Academicians and Researchers. So dear participants and dear friends, as all of you know, this is the first beginning. This is the one step. In future, we are having other plannings. We are having other new programs like conferences, seminars, and again 2 more sessions, particularly on this research in this very near future. So I'm very much thankful to all the participants for attending and being so interactive in this online webinar. As it is said that research is an endless process. And when we end any one topic, it gives birth to many other topics. So we all are very much benefited with this online webinar series. So I am thankful all the participants, Vedant team again, and our esteemed speaker, Dr. Deepak Masru sir, for spending his valuable time. So have a nice time, all the participants, have a nice time. Enjoy your time, and we will be meeting again very soon with a very new topic, with a very new, another new speaker. Thank you so much for being so interactive.
Thank you, Dr. Deepak Masru sir. Thank you, Dr. Shabir Verma sir, and thank you all
Thank
the
you.
participants
Thanks a
for
lot,
being
both
there.
of the speaker.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Selvi left.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.